So sometimes you might be feeling, particularly today, that you're sort of butting heads with your partner, where we have different reactions to things because of the way we feel, particularly with men and women. And I'm just using this as an example. Men are quite strong. Ask them a question, one question, you get one answer. You ask a woman one question, you get three answers. Women are very more like complex beings. Their head is like an internet highway. It never stops thinking. And that's why we get frustrated with men. Sometimes they're like, tell us what you're thinking. And they're like, nothing. And that's very true. Men are very different in the way they're thinking. They have that ability to really cut off, not like women. So sometimes they don't think of anything and their just head is empty. I call it a nothing box. I've also got this off a guy that I think I can't remember his name anyway, but I remember listening to him talk about how men and women's brains were so different. Like, you can come home as a woman and go to your husband and go, wow, I've just had the most terrible day. I did this and this co-worker did this to me, and then I went on to lunch and I fell down some stairs and nearly hurt myself, but I didn't. But then I realized I didn't pay the bill that I should have, but it's okay. I think I can get through it. So you can hear what I'm saying here. It's like a woman just telling her day. The one thing, the man will come back and go, what did you say about that finance? Men can only do one thing at one box at a time. And when you talk about something, a man puts out like this box, and okay, we'll talk about work. But then if you change it, they've got to put that box back, and you're like, now you're talking about money. And then now you're talking about the mother-in-law. Well, these boxes have all got to move very carefully, and not any of them can come together because it really gets them out of whack. And that's not, I'm not trying to be, trying to say that men are very, not as smart as women. Definitely not. Because we need men to be strong, because then they're not blubbering messes like us females a lot of the time. They're strong and they can get stuff done and they can do really hard tasks for such a long time. So this is where it sort of balances in. So sometimes it's a little bit with males and females, which is what they're talking about to me today, is that sometimes we don't always agree, but just sometimes let it go. Let an understanding that maybe he doesn't want to talk about that stuff tonight, and maybe he doesn't want to be told a million times how to do something. You've got to be careful about how you speak to your man and how your man speaks to your woman. It's very hard. So you need to be able to talk to your man nicely. Ask what's going on with him. Don't expect him to just have the answers all the time, because that's how they survive. They can be tough and they can be strong and they can get through things, but they don't like to muddle things up. We like to work on things one at a time, and I think it's very important. And a female, they're an internet highway, their brain never stops thinking. So sometimes it's good to understand the difference between a man and a woman and know that it's different, and that's okay. Everybody is allowed to be who they are, and we need to acknowledge that. Being with a partner is about being able to bring the best out of each other, to be able to grow together, to learn and grow together. This is why we attract people that are different from us, because we want them to better us and we want to better them. So, long one today, I know, but it was just about understanding that maybe stop taking your frustrations out, whether that's on your partner or you're feeling like you're not heard. But there, it's just about understanding that everybody's different, and that's okay. See you next time.